What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, you guessed it. It is your boy, Trey Sense, RLL, Cool Trey, in the building. If you've been around a long time, Trey Belafonte. I just played on Trey, whatever. Listen, got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion for you today. Made a small purchase, and I say small because it's not $1,000 haul, but I went by Dillard's to finish paying off my bill, and I kind of felt like I was going to buy something when I was in there. So I've been sniffing around these two fragrances, both from the house of Imperial Armani, and one of them is Stronger With You Absolutely, and the other one is Stronger With You Intensely. I am late to the party on both of these fragrances. Nonetheless, I am him and I am here. So for my thoughts on these two fragrances, and I did pay retail for these, but for those of you who are keeping score, Intensely, I got for 110, and the cheapest I saw it online was Joma Shop for $98. So I paid $12 more at Fragrance Net. Even with the coupons, they were the same price. That was the one reason why I was like, you know what, go ahead and get them for the same size bottles, same price. There was absolutely no point in not getting them today. Put it on the old trusty Dillard's card. That way I can accumulate points and get me some good coupons, and you know, whatever I spent over what I would have got them for at Joma Shop, I'll eventually get back either way. So now, both of these are really, really dark juices. So we got Absolutely and Intensely. And I'll tell you off the top, Absolutely was my favorite out of the two. But let's see what we got here. Absolutely. And I know they have Frozen and Freeze and all of that, and I'll get into those a little bit. Got a Prime Soda Spray. Great atomizer. Oh, that smells so good. That smells so good. Man, my cap don't want to go back on here though. There we go. That's nice. That's really, 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 really nice. Very gourmandy, very spicy, but yet at the same time sweet. Oh, that's nice. Rich, dark. Definitely the type of fragrance that you would wear on a date night. And as I just turned 49, these are definitely the type of fragrances that I'm getting into. Love them dark and rich and a little bit dank and mysterious. A little bit gourmandy. Now, is this going to be a redundant purchase for me? Possibly. Am I going to keep it? Yes. Why do I say this is a little bit redundant? Because it is, as I glance at my fragrance collection, it is reminding me of several fragrances from the Wanted and Most Wanted line. Similar, but not the same. Man, I did not pick up on that in the store. But I sprayed it on the card and not my skin because I had on a hoodie, so there was no place for me to spray it, so I sprayed it on the card, and it's a little bit different off the card than it is off of my skin. But nonetheless, I absolutely love this fragrance, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. This one is definitely not going back, even though it is similar to, I want to say it may be the Most Wanted Parfum Intense, or the Most Wanted EDP, the original Most Wanted. It may be that one, but it's drawing some similarities. But what you get with this thing, and it's also drawing some similarities to some of the fragrances from the Born in Roma line. So I mean, that's, you know, the bad part about being a fragrance collector. You're gonna get fragrances that smell similar. That's just the way that it is, you know. But at the end of the day, if you're satisfied with the purchase, and I am, and the price, and I am, then you just have to walk that out and deal with it. Definitely think this is a great, great date night fragrance. Man, I can smell this just cutting through the cold. Again, think deep, rich, gourmand. A little bit, it's got a little bit of a, I don't want to say pastry, but like a baking, like something's being baked, cookies or something like that vibe running through the bottom of it, which is what makes it gourmandy. A little bit sweet, a little bit boozy, but nonetheless, just a great, great fragrance, especially for guys our age, and not a horrible price point on it. Again, I probably could have got it from Macari for 70 or 80 bucks, but again, brand new, full presentation, left the store with it, didn't have to pay shipping, didn't have to wait on it, didn't have to track it, didn't have to nothing. It's in my hands, it's home with me, and it's over. Now, from the house of Imperial Armani, it is stronger with you intensely. This one, I think, was a little bit less spicy and a little bit sweeter. I think. Now, again, this is off the card. These caps I already don't like. This one's a little bit fresher. Automatically, it's a little bit fresher. This one could easily be a unisex fragrance. I can already tell you that now. I could definitely see a woman wearing this as well. It's funny because now that's moving, and it's moving further away from the most wanteds, I think. But it's funny because, and I'm talking about the absolutely moving further away from the most wanted, but as it veers off the path of the most wanted, it goes right into the path of the born in Romas. But nonetheless, they are all beautiful fragrances. I am proud to have them all in my collection, even if they are similar in smell. So what? I don't care. I do videos, so it's just more repetition for the video. Now, this one right here, man, both of these are really, in my opinion, and this is just my humble opinion as a amateur reviewer, because nobody is a professional, I don't think. We just give our opinions. This one right here is probably the more mass appealing of the two. So if you're the type of guy that likes fragrances to stay run of the mill, but have a little something extra, then this one right here is probably going to be more of your liking. Now, I'll tell you, it's slightly gourmandy as well. Now, I'll tell you what this one is reminding me of off of my skin, and it's a cheapie. It is it is a cheapie. It is way cheaper than this, and it is from the house of Lattafa. It is reminding me a lot of Kamra, the original, with a little bit of a buttery note. What was that from Givenchy that had that? Was it Gentleman Privé? It wasn't Boisé, it was the other one. It reminds me a little bit of that because it's very buttery as well. But this is just, I pick up on some fruit in the bottom of it. So it's a little bit fruity, it's a little bit buttery. They're two different fragrances. Both of these are very, 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 very good. I pick up on this. What I pick up on this is that little bit of fruit. And I'm gonna tell you what this is reminding me of with the fruit aspect. Just the fruit. It's reminding me of Triumph of Bacchus. Just the fruit in it. Nothing else. So don't go out, Trey said that smell like Triumph. No, that's not what I'm saying. Whatever the fruit note is in Triumph of Bacchus, I pick up on a little bit in this, and vice versa. Nonetheless, both of these are really good fragrances, and I'm glad to have them both in my repertoire. I still think this leans a little bit more unisex than And this one, which one is this one? Intensely. This thing's a little bit more unisex than Absolutely. Now, again, if I didn't like this fragrance so much, it would probably be going back, but I'm not taking it back. I'm just not. But I'm going to tell you, this does remind me of one, if not two or three of the Born in Roma fragrances. And I want to say maybe Born in Roma, the original. I don't think it's Coral Fantasy. It may be Born in Roma Intense, maybe. It's not Coral Fantasy, because I think Coral Fantasy has that coffee note. But it reminds me of several different fragrances in my collection, so it's not the most unique of fragrances that I have, but it is a great smelling fragrance. And I like them both. I really do like them both. If you have these already, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts. What concentration are these? Are these parfum concentrations? Boy, I can't see it. They don't really care for you to know. Why do they make stuff like that? This stuff should be bold on the box. It's just like you is right there and that is right there, and Giorgio Armani. That stuff right there should be bold as well, so that we can see them. And it does not say, it just says, I'm willing to bet this one may be an EDT, but I'm willing to bet this one may be an EDP concentration. The Absolutely may be an EDT concentration. I'm sorry, an EDP concentration. But nonetheless, that smells really, really good. Now, I'm going to give a buyer beware. If you already have Born in Roma Intense, or Born in Roma Coral Fantasy, or Most Wanted, which is a parfum concentration, an EDP concentration, or Most Wanted Parfum Intense, then you won't need this. It's redundant for you. It's very, very redundant. Now, if you're a reviewer and you want it for review's sake or to add to your collection, it'd be okay. But for just personal use, I guess my advice to you is to pick whichever one you find at the best price, because I think they're all gonna fit the same wheelhouse and the same vein, and it's really just no point in you having that many different fragrances with the same scent profile, unless you plan on doing reviews. Now, if you plan on doing reviews, that's, that's your business. But, and are they identical? Excuse me. No, they're not identical. I mean, they're not identical, but are they close? Yeah, they're pretty close. All right, guys, that is it, man. I'm gonna wrap this up because nothing else to say about two different fragrances, but I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful Saturday by the time you see this. Your boy had to rearrange his work schedule so I could watch them Irish pull it off last night, because I was supposed to have to work, but I was like, I can't come to work, my boy, I got to coach. So I stayed off to watch the game, but now I got to go in Saturday night. Had to trade a Thursday for a Saturday, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, all right, guys. But what about them Irish, though? Big bragging rights down here in the South. We now know what happens when a leprechaun tangle with a bulldog. It ain't pretty. It's not pretty. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do with a Nittany lion. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, go Irish. Go Irish. Big win. So, if you have any familiarity with these fragrances, hey, let your boy know in the comment section. And by all means, keep checking in. Bay Springs, Mississippi, Wyoming, y'all keep checking in. New York, Florida, somebody from Florida tapped in and say, hey, I always watch your videos, I just forget to check in. Thanks for tapping in. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all watching the video. I love you all, and may God bless you all. And again, thanks for all the support from my mom, for those who reached out with my mom passing. I greatly appreciate it. You know, I really do. Thank you so much. And thank you for your prayers as well. Much love and greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here and start gathering up stuff because I plan to shoot 2 videos tonight. So, yeah, that's that. But I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.